Hi everyone, it's Marcie Besecker. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and it is Tuesday here at 2 o'clock, and I'm super excited to be here with you today. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Welcome everybody. Just getting my chats up, of course. So, how are you today? How was the rest of your weekend? I hope it was really good. Tuesday already, how time's flying. I have been working on projects for leader swaps. I've been working on my bingo for this next week. I'm super excited about the projects. I can't wait to share them with you. And the paper share, of course, I'm getting that kind of organized and ready to go. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about each event and give you some updates. First thing I want to tell you is for any $50 order using my host code, of course, if it's more than $50 and you use a party, then don't use my host code if it's over $150. But with your thank you card for July's orders, I'm also going to send you a free gift, which will be the in color jewels, which are my favorite. So I wanted to share those with you. I wanted to talk to you about bingo. This Saturday is bingo. It's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific time. And we are going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of giveaways, lots of crafting. Now, how bingo works, I've had a couple people message me. So I will create 4 projects. And those 4 projects, I will create the kits for you. And the kits, I mean as much as I can of a kit. I cannot stamp for you. And so if it's a label, I'll stamp that for you. But if it's a die cut to a stamp set, I won't cut that for you, but I'm trying to minimize that as much as possible so that you can use the kits for different stamp sets if you need. And you can substitute other items there for you if you don't have a stamp set. But the new stamp sets are all available August 3rd, so you can get them and recreate them. Now this video will stay live for you, and then I will have timestamps in the description telling you where I started card number 1, number 2, number 3. So when you come and play bingo, it'll just be for some fun and chat. I'll craft, we'll chat and talk. Hi Susan. And then we will, I'll do some prizes and we'll play bingo in between the projects. And then I will mail your kits, prizes, and all that stuff out to everybody right after I get all of the supplies in because I should have most, and I think I will. And if that's the case, I'll mail them out right away. I'm working on that. It depends on how many people we get. Hello, Melinda. Welcome. So that is kind of what bingo is about. So there's a link below that should take you to my blog, and you can register and read a little bit more about that. The next thing I want to talk to you about really quickly while people are signing on and we're getting ready is my paper share. So the paper share is only $42. It's 9 packs of paper. And so let me just give you a little glimpse. And I went through all of this on my opening of my unboxing, but you will get cute Halloween. Now you're going to get a quarter of each pack. So in here there's 4 sheets of each. You will get 1 of each sheet, or there might be 8 sheets of each. I can't remember, but you will get a quarter of the pack. And then same with the gingerbread. As you can see, I've already been using it. And hello Laura, you'll get a quarter of this pack also. You'll get a quarter of the painted Christmas. And look, I've already been cutting these. This is the Whimsical. And I think we're going to use some of these today. So I'll just leave those out. But this is the Whimsy and Wonder, which we'll be using today. You'll be getting also a quarter of this one, which is Sweet Stockings. And so how this works is I will cut this just like this. So number 1, you get a whole quarter of every paper. You also don't have to worry about direction. If it is 6 by 6, I'm just going to cut them, and then you will get them and you can move them around and change them as you wish. This one is the Peaceful, let me look. It goes with Peaceful Cabin. And I want to say it's Peaceful Place, but I want to make sure. I throw this in until I label, you know, until I put my labels on them. Peaceful Place. This paper is stunning. This is what this paper is about. If you haven't seen it, it's just every page, every other side. It's just gorgeous. Thank you, Laura. Hi, Patty. Hi, Steph. Hi, Denise. Oh, I'm glad, Denise. Welcome. And then, of course, there's this one, which is the Heartwarming Hugs. Now, there are two sets I do not have, which is the Blackberry Beauty and the Harvest Meadow. So you will get so much paper in this paper share for only $42. And remember that 8 of that is going to be your flat rate shipping back to you. Let me put my papers down here. Excuse me. So flat rate shipping back to you is going to be $8 of that. So it's really a fantastic deal. And you know what? I'm going to move my camera. It's a little wonky here. Let me move it over. Okay. Let's see now. Hold on. I don't want to get you guys all motion sickness. Thank you so much, Melinda. I appreciate that. Okay, that's better. My camera was like, oh, over to the side. Okay, somebody had just commented that on one of my blogs that my video, that it kind of sounded staticky. So if it does, please let me know. I believe I had my fan going during that video and during many of them. So if it ever bothers you guys, let me know. I do not have it on right now, but I may turn it on if it gets warm. So just let me know that. Welcome, everybody. Okay, the DSP sale is still going on, so don't forget that. These are 9 of our really popular papers, and down in the middle there, on the bottom row, it's Tidings of Christmas. So there's a beautiful Christmas paper set that is on sale right now, so don't miss out on that. But in addition, all of these papers have amazing backgrounds, so don't forget, the In Good Taste is a fantastic set, and many of those other ones go with a lot of the stamps that I absolutely love. Hi, Denise. So there are some updates. Let's see. Free gift, DSP, paper share, and bingo. Yay! Here is my host code for July. So I want to make sure you get that. Also, I do have a PDF, not a PDF, a video link on my blog, marciebeseckerdesigns.com, and it is only $15, and I create these 4 cards with you on the video. This is an amazing set, the Art and Bloom. It is, I love that set. So if you're interested, it's only $15. When you pay for it, your reply, you'll get a receipt, and on there is a link, and that is your private YouTube video link for that class. Uh-oh, Laura, it's buffering. I don't see it buffering. I hope it's not buffering everywhere else. Let me know, you guys, if it's buffering. I don't see any buffering on either of my screens. So hopefully not. All right, I think that's about it. Other than the paper pumpkin is Hope Box. Look how pretty that is. Look at all those intricate little pieces there. I'm guessing, I don't know if they're laser or paper cut or what they are, but it looks like you get jewels there. That just looks really pretty, so I'm excited to try that. It's okay there. Okay, Laura, you might refresh. Oh, Debbie, I hope it's not buffering for you guys. All right, so we're going to get started. Hopefully it clears up. I would refresh maybe. All right, so this is the cute card we're going to make. So let's just jump in. Let me get my light over here a little bit better. Look how pretty this card is. Woohoo! No buffering. Oh, okay, good. Sounds staticky. Huh. The only thing I can think of is my microphone is above me. Okay, I'm going to switch microphones and you guys can tell me if it's any better. If it'll let me. Okay, is that any better? Can you guys hear me? Okay, so I changed my sound and I changed the video back to me so I can know when you guys are at this point. Let me know if it's staticky. It might be the sound of my laptop. Oh, good, Debbie. I hope it's going well. Steph, is it staticky now? Is it still staticky? Because the only thing I can hear in this room is my laptop. So nobody, I can hear you fine. Okay, so is there less static now? I want to make sure. It's the same, but you can hear fine. Okay, I'm going to switch it back because I honestly think that is the microphone that's on my... Oh, you can hear me better. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm glad you can hear me. Okay, then I'm going to continue on. Thanks, you guys, for checking. I don't know. It must be my laptop. It's the only thing I can hear in here. Okay, so here we go. And I haven't changed anything, so it's got to be the same. Okay, everybody, thank you. I don't know. Maybe I have to move my laptop a little farther. It's much louder now. Is that all right? Okay, so here we go. Let's just get started. If something is really drastically bad, let me know. All right, so what we're going to use is the Whimsical Tree, which I think is such a cute stamp set. It's just exactly that, whimsical. It's so fun and cheerful. And I'm going to tape down my paper once I get my die cut machine. We're going to do a little bit of, use the machine just a bit here. And then I'm going to use the whimsical, the Christmas trees for the whimsical set. But look at, this is the ornaments. And you've got stars. And then you've got multiple different things. So you've got the 2 trees here. But you've got the dies also with a lot of different things. So this die goes here. This one goes here. And this one goes here. But you've got ribbon you can add. And there's some different things. So we'll show you some different ideas. All right. Thank you, Deborah. And then also the one other element I'm going to use after this pretty pillow box, which I have to show you guys this really quick because I haven't used it yet. I mean, I've used it just to kind of test it. I mean, look how cute this is. So this is the whimsical paper. All right. So I glued this one down. And you can open it from the end, okay, kind of like the past one that we've had. There's this die right here that has the little holes. And why I'm telling you this right now is this is also in the suite. So, oh, let me make sure this is the right suite. It is in a suite. It might be the gingerbread suite. Let me just double check. Now that I'm mentioning it, but I think it's adorable. You can add it to anything. Let me double check. Yes, it's with the gingerbread suite, but I'm putting it with every suite. So you can open this up. I mean, there's all kinds of different flowers. There's tags, designs. There's all kinds of different things. So I used these 2 to poke a hole. All right, so that's the one way I did it. This way, I actually glued the edges and then I put a little Velcro dot right there. So you could put some little peppermints in it if you're doing it with the gingerbread and peppermint class. You could put just some little trinket, different things in there. If you're giving somebody a little gift, you could, you know, add a few little extra elements, you know, to so for their crafting project or whatever. It's just really cute. I think it's adorable. And you could put little candies in there or a chapstick. Oh, let's see if a chapstick will fit. This is totally off my plan today, but look at how cute. You could put a chapstick in there. It will fit. Hold on. There you go. So you can put 2 chapsticks in there or whatever you want. But isn't that adorable? So when you get your DSP share, it's going to be perfect because the 6x6 will make this cute little thing as cute as could be, and you'll be ready to go. All right, so I just had to show you that. It's really a cute idea, and I just love these little boxes. I just think they're cute. What about having a dinner or table, or this is just your little favorite sitting there, and all I did is add the cute little ribbon, and that's it. All right, enough. I just had to share that with you. So this tag right here is the one I'm using for the card. All of that just to say that. All right, so let's get started. Let me move this over. First thing we're going to do is we are going to bring in, I think, my new favorite embossing folder. And good Debbie, Terry, we are just starting. I just had some announcements at the beginning. Are those large enough for a gift card? Oh, let me look. Let me reach back over here and make sure I pull out the Velcro one. Oh, I don't think so. You know, I have a gift card here. Let me show you. I think if you were to get one of the little mini ones, I think like Starbucks used to have the little mini gift cards. Yeah, that's not going to work. So no, I would say no. A magnet circle. Oh no, these are, it's a little Velcro. They're a little tiny Velcro. Just because magnets are more expensive, and I think on something like this, that's going to be not used quite so much, I think just a little Velcro. And I think I got them on Amazon. They're just little, I don't even know the size of these, let me tell you. These are like 3/8. 3/8 is the size of those little Velcro. All right, they're perfect for all kinds of little cards and different things. Okay, so no gift card, but chapstick works. All right, so here we go. So like I said, one of my new, I think, embossing folders that I'm really liking is the Time Worn type. And it's got some distressed look to it, and it's got, let me find my paper here. This is it. I took shimmer paper, and it's got like a type to it, like I'm typing. So let me pull my machine in here really quick. Let's do this. You know, this is my only die cut, so it's a little close. Let's just get this over with and then get crafting. All right, I'm just going to set it there in the middle. All right, I just had it. What did I do with it? Oh. It's under everything else, of course. All right, here we go. Use foil for what, Laura? Did I miss something? All right, so there we go. So there's the embossed folder. See how it's kind of a distressed but also type print on there? Okay, the light's really making it. There you go. It's really cool. I really like it a lot. And that's new in the catalog. All right. Hi, Carol. All right, now let's take this down so it doesn't get all crazy on me. All right. Okay, so we have a white card base. Oh, foil card. Oh, I never thought about that. This is going to be on the inside, so we'll just leave that there for right now and set that aside. The next thing we're going to do is let's bring in, there's my scratch pad that I've been using for things. I love to have this small grid sheet. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of coloring. So these snowflakes come, let me grab the package so you can see what they look like. So this is the package of snowflakes, and I believe you get 24 of them. Yeah, Wonderful Snowflakes 24. And this is how the sheets come. Well, you're going to notice on this one, this is the first sheet I used, and I cut out the ornaments, which are right here. Can you see those pretty? They're iridescent. It's hard to tell on the card, but they're iridescent little ornaments. These I cut out with paper, and I pre-cut those, so don't worry about that. And then here's my snowflake we're going to use, and then here's this one. So we could, and I will, not on video, these are the 3 sheets I kept here that I'm using because these match our suite, and so I'm keeping these in here to do my ornaments and stuff, which I've already done for you. But here's the ornament right here. So we could just take this off, put it right there, and get more iridescent ornaments. Okay, and then there's the stars, which I used the metallic, let's see if I have it right here, one of them. It's a rose. See, I started putting some labels like this on my desk, but I thought I threw a piece of that metallic, I guess I didn't. So that rose gold and gold metallic, that's what I cut the stars out with. Okay, so now we're going to move on to this, and so let's get our mint green, our mint macaron. Oh, Patricia, that's okay. Definitely watch the replay. It's going to be a fun card. All right. And so we're going to do the mint macaron. And so what I'm going to do is take my blending brush, and remember that you've got all these like loose edges, and this is very delicate. So just kind of go in just a circular motion. You don't need a lot. And I set these overnight and they color just fine. And I even rubbed on them, you know, just kind of like this, and no color came off. So we're going to do these first and just kind of set them aside and see if they'll keep their color. So we're just going to move those aside, but you can see, and you only need a light bit. Okay, so I'm going to add one more pass through here. And I think I pounced on it even, just to make sure it gets color. And now you can see, it's really hard to see on the camera, but it's really, really pretty. I mean, it's just a soft, soft mint green. So we're going to set that aside. I love our blending brushes. I have to tell you, I just got our back order blending brushes today. Yay! So if you have any on back order, look for them because they're coming. They're here. And because they wipe off so nicely and you can keep using them. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Kathy. Oh, I agree, Kathy. Hi, Heather. And so what I would do is I have 2 other brands, 2 well-named brands, and these are by far my favorite. And I'm not just saying that because I will tell you, but I love these. All right, so let's add some polished pink as our next color. So just pick out some colors that you found in this set. Look on the back of your paper or in the catalog, and it'll tell you what colors, and then that kind of gives you an idea of what colors you want to use. I think it's so pretty. I'm going to add one more, and then I'm going to kind of pounce on it. I think this just kind of holds the color in a little bit because you're not rubbing. All right, so we're just going to set that aside. Look how pretty that is. All right, I did this. This is one of the very first cards I did, and I was just really wanting to use this technique on it. And so finally, here I am doing the card. I have other Christmas cards already made, but then I have to decide, okay, I got to keep some for bingo, right? And I have one of the cards, well, 2 of the cards I'm doing for bingo is just, oh, actually, I really like all 3, but 2 are kind of different. So one for sure is super different. It's a fancy fold, but it's adorable, and you can use it with any stamp set, I think. All right, so we're going to do the blue. So if you want to play bingo with us, it's on Saturday this week. Just let me know. There's a link below with information if you want it. All right, so now there's our blue and our pink, and then our green. So we're just going to set those aside for now. They're really easy to take out too. Hi, Carolyn. Okay, so let's move this aside, and we're still going to do some more coloring, but for right now, I want to pull in our small Christmas tree, and let's get that stamped. And then we have a little bit of embossing to do. So here's our little tree. Now I'm going to tell you what I chose to do. You could stamp it over like that, but see how the paper just kind of disappears? Because I did this for video to make it a little easier and not be die cutting everything, because there's a lot of elements to this, I got this really inky. Okay, I laid it down. I put this on the bottom, okay, and I stuck my finger there, and then I went down like that. I barely moved it, just to make sure I get the image on there. And normally I don't do this, but because in a video, and see, this is a little bit off, but we're tucking it in, so I'm not really worried about that. But because stamping it, I would have to stamp it and then die cut it, which is a smarter thing to do when you're at home. But for my purpose, this is what I'm going to do now. And what I should have done is I should have done, okay, I'm going to do this again just to show you something. I should have done it from the top down, not the bottom up, which is what I did wrong. So I am going to try and not get my card to sneak in here that I'm working on. And die cut this really quick, and I'll just do it off screen. Give me 1 second. And I could stamp it right now and then die cut it, but I'm just going to kind of show you what I just did, and I did it backwards. And the reason is my tree is going to be tucked in, so the bottom portion is the portion I'm not too concerned about, because it's going to be tucked in. So let's try this again. Hi, Dawn. All right, so we're going to do this again, but this time I'm going to do the top, because if you see, the bottom is going to be tucked in, and we could even tuck it in more. So I'm going to go right to the top and then right to the bottom. And it was actually a little easier to see the bottom. See, there we go. That's better. When I did it from the bottom up, I realized that I shouldn't have done it that way. So I wanted to show you the way I should have done it and the way I did it the first time. So there's always sometimes a little reason why we do things, you know, this way or that way. Oh, Laura, I'm going to Palm Springs in October for a wedding. Yay. So you are hot down there. And I'm in Clovis, which is right in the middle of California. All right, so for us, it's really nice because it's equal distance. San Francisco, LA. We have the mountains, the ocean, the LA area and San Francisco. Pretty much equal distance. Okay, so I did gold on here. I embossed gold before I even started this card, just for little ornaments, but I really think silver would look much better with this card. And so that's what I'm going to do, is emboss this little tree here in silver. And here we go again. This one's fairly big, so as long as I get the tip up, I can see the bottom on the right and the left. Oh, heck yeah, I did, Kathy. It shook. I was in here crafting, and I was like, oh my gosh, we are having an earthquake. That was the biggest one I've felt in quite some time. And it's only up, the one of them was up by the Stockton area, so it wasn't too far from us. But I said, oh my gosh, either that's an earthquake or somebody just totally ran into my garage, my house. But yeah, it totally felt like an earthquake. It was crazy. I haven't felt one like that in a long time. Okay, and I didn't do my white embossing powder for, my embossing buddy, but that's okay. Alright, so let's go. I'm going to grab this here. We're going to do silver. I'm just going to hold it over and hope that it stays in the container since it's just such a small piece. Okay, we're going to do this oh so carefully. These are, I just type in spice containers. I get asked a lot, like, where did I get these? I got them on Amazon. The link I used when I bought them is no longer available, but there are like 4 other links and they look just like this. So they are just spice containers. There's a little rack, like a little holder underneath, and there's 4 holders. All right, so I'm going to get my paintbrush because there's a little spot. And I am good with that. And we'll just wipe this off. Hi, Tashana. Oh, thank you, Kathy. We knew what you meant, Laura. Okay, Denise. Alright, so we're just going to color these in. Let's heat them so we'll have like little silver Christmas ornaments on our tree, or these are lights or whatever you want to think. I love lights like this, nice and even. We got a new Christmas tree last year and I'm in love with it. I can't wait to put it up. Christmas this year is going to be so fun because my grandson's going to live in town. Last year was a blast because my granddaughter was here. And they'll probably be here again, would be my guess this year. Okay, so we're going to set that aside now. So now we have that part done. And here we are. Here's our card. So now we're going to take our embossed piece that we had right here. Again, I'm going to bring this back in because we're going to be doing some coloring. So I'm going to use this. We're going to use the Misty Moonlight, but remember we just used our blending brush, not stuck to ink. Marcie, will the embossing powder still melt even if it's no, Bonnie, if you were, now what I've done before is I've taken embossing powder, let's say on this, and I've sprinkled it to give it like a distressed look. I mixed silver and gold and make kind of a vintagey color, and I would sprinkle it on, but then you have to be super careful and heat it from the bottom because otherwise it will blow right off. The ink's what holds it where it's at. So, I mean, you could put glue if you don't have a Versamark. You can use glue and just, you know, take some glue and rub it on or whatever and then add it. You just need something to hold it. So you could heat it from the bottom and just sprinkle it on and that will work. All right, so I'm not going to open my ink yet, although I think I'm going to need to, but let's go ahead and start with what we had on our brush. And it just depends on how dark you want to go. So I'm kind of pushing it pretty good because I think this is good enough. I don't want to add a whole lot more, but I wanted this snowy look on the bottom. So that was it. This is from inking up our snowflake. And so that is what we did, is just kind of make it a really fun scene. So we're going to set this aside now. And we have our first tree here, and this tree is going to be green. So we're going to take our green blending brush and just blend the green, what we had on. You don't need a whole lot. And you can do it as dark or as light as you want it. This one I did go a little darker just because the large one is also green. And so I'm just going to kind of tilt and turn my brush a little bit, make sure I get all the ink off that was on there. Okay, then I take a dry cloth and I just kind of go over because I want to make sure that our embossing really sparkles. Okay, so we're going to set that aside. All right, so then we're going to take the large one in. Sorry, my phone was making, I don't know what was going on. Oh, Deborah, this set's gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, so now we're going to do the same, but with the green, but we are going to need to open this up because I pretty much took everything that was on the brush off. And you can see it'll work a little bit. But see how super light it is? It's not very green anymore. So I'm going to take it off, start on the side a little bit, and just kind of move it on. I just want it light. So I kind of wipe it off here so it gets the bigger green spots off. I wanted a light green. And then just kind of move your way on. Yeah, this is such a fun set. The ribbon is gorgeous. Everything is just so pretty in this set. All right, so there we go. I think I'm going to do a little more right here. All right, so that's good. We'll leave that there. Now I took shimmer paper and I used it to cut out this image here, which is going to be our ribbon, right, on our tree. But first, I'm going to take my light polished pink blend and we're just going to color this up. And you know what? I used the dark, I can tell. The light one I think looks really neon and I didn't want that look. And I think I did the same thing the last time because I was thinking, oh, I'll go light. But it's the dark one, I believe. And maybe, why does that not look? That's okay, we're going to go with this one. And now I'm thinking I used a different color, or maybe I used, let's see. See, this is what happens when I do it off screen and then I do it on screen. So I think I inked it. So let's try that. I told you this was one of the first cards I did, and now I'm thinking, why does that look so dark right there? And I think this is what I did. So we're just gonna turn it over because I don't want that super dark inky spot on it. And this is where I pounce too, because you don't want to really stretch this out too much. Okay. So just take your blender and just kind of get the color you want. Somebody the other day said, oh, I love how you make mistakes on your video. I could pretend that it's intentional so I can show you guys how to fix them, but it's not. I did this some time ago. And to be honest, this is shimmer paper, but you really can't tell anyway. So I wouldn't waste your shimmer paper on it unless you were going to leave it white. And then, yeah, maybe. All right, so we can go ahead and add our ribbon on our tree. So let's do that. Let me take my little pen out. Uh-oh. I just poked my pen right in my glue. Hold on. I pushed it all the way down. Okay, so if you have one of these bottles, another lesson, and you accidentally push the thing, oh, it's all over, oh, there it is. Then what you want to do is take a tool and push it back out so that it comes out to the other end. I had my push pin in there and it wasn't pushed all the way down, and so I thought, oh, I'll just push it, and then I pushed it all the way out. So today is definitely a learning day. All right, so we're just going to add a little bit of glue. I do a little bit towards the top just to make sure that's there, and then I just kind of It doesn't have to be everywhere, but I just kind of like to get it on the tips for sure. So I just run my bottle down just in case there's some on there it'll pick up. But it's the ends I'm most concerned about. And I just run a light little bead in between. Alright. Then I turn it and it lays on my hand. Just because I want to make sure, it's very fragile, it's very thin. I just want to make sure I get the glue on the edges. Alright, so there's that. Then I hold it here because it seems to be like the strongest part, because this is a little more tight and then this is looser down here. So I'm going to start at the bottom, because you want to make sure that it's on the tree, right? And then I kind of squish it down as I go, because you want to make sure your top is on the tree. All right. And if it's a little squishier on the top than it is on the bottom, I mean, you know, garland does not go on exactly correct, nice and straight. So I'm fine with that. All right. So there that is. So we'll take that off. Let me move this over for right now. And I'm going to pull in my silicone mat and let's just put that down there. So we have both of these trees done except the ornaments. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's do our sentiment too, which is right here. This is our sentiment. All right, so what I did with this is make sure you have your the putty end of your Take-a-Pick and your glue. So what I did is I just kind of started putting some glue, and if it starts to dry a tiny bit, it's still okay. It's going to pick up your ornaments, right? So let's just get our ornaments on here. I just kind of spread them out. And I did about that many. And then I just tried to start like I did pink. And then, where's my tool? And then you can take your other part of your I have a piercing tool, so I use that. So use whatever you have. And then I'm just going to do another pink one about here. And you can just drop them. And then you can go back and push them in once they start to dry a tiny bit. It's not a big deal. I just like to get them on there, because we're going to be making some little changes. So this is, I also have my white ones in here, and they're going to go on my other tree. So I did cut all these out ahead of time. So just put them on there and leave it. And you can tell they kind of bubble the other way, so you can kind of tell where they need to go. All right. And of course I have my other one sitting here, so I can kind of look at where the ornaments go and where they should go and shouldn't go. And if some of them are right next to each other, it's not, you know, it's not a big deal. Oops, I'm going to put that one down. I don't have any more glue over there. So this will just take a minute. So you can see with your tool, it's so much easier. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in and kind of push these ones down. Make sure that they are adhered. I do too, Christine. Hi, Bobby. Charlene, how are you? I hope to see you in classes soon, Charlene. I sure miss you. It's been a crazy year, I know. Alright, so just kind of keep going. I'm not even looking at the other one anymore. Just kind of Yeah, and then you can go back and you can kind of see where you're missing spots, right? So it's much easier to have your other tool. I didn't put any white ones on this one. And you know me, I could have done this ahead of time, but you got to see how I do it, and it's really not that hard. I mean, it is time consuming, I'm not going to lie. You got to turn these little tiny things over. And if I were smart, I would have had these all laid out, all flipped over, so I could just like boom, boom, boom. But that's what you guys can do. Have them all ready to go. And that way, it's easy to just grab them and put them on. But it's so worth it when it's done. It's so pretty. And at least I cut these all out. Like I said, I saved those 2 pieces of paper to just kind of, or 3 pieces with the colors, just to kind of have them ready to go. And so I knew where I was going to put them in this little bowl here, ready to go for the card. And I would stick them in a little envelope to have them with my stamp set for the next card, and then you are all set. Oh, Bobby, thank you. Well, my thing is, you know, when I first started stamping, I was watching people all the time. And I still do. I still watch. I don't have as much time as I used to, which is unfortunate. They tell you, oh, you should always watch other people and comment on their videos. And I don't watch as many just because between class and swaps and, you know, my team and just everything, it's just, I don't have as much time as I used to, although I do love watching videos when I get a chance. And catching lives that's difficult for me, but I do love watching videos when I get a chance. Alright, so I can already tell there's like a hole right here that I want another one. So we'll put a blue right there. Alright, we're getting there, almost done. Alright, I think that's all we're doing. There's these 4. So I just kind of try to zigzag the colors as much as you can. I mean, you can't be perfect. There's always going to be that odd number or that, you know, 2 next to each other or whatever. But, and these are so tiny, but they're so worth it. Alright, almost done. Oop, that one has a lot of glue. That's okay, we'll wipe that off later. And I'm going to do another pink one just because I like pink. Alright, we're going to drop that one. Alright, there we go. So there's our tree. So we'll set this aside for right now. Oh wait, we got to add our star. So I have some stars in here too. I just took out some ornaments. Well, this Take a Pick tool is just amazing. You are welcome, Debbie. Alright, so I'm going to put a little glue on the tip. And again, pick up my star so you can see how pretty this star is. See that little tiny star? And this again is the gold and rose gold metallic. This is the gold. Even though we have silver on the tree, we gotta have our, I think maybe that's why I did gold before, but I'm okay with this. I gotta have a gold star. One year I could not find a silver star anywhere, and they had this really pretty, I still use it sometimes. They have this really pretty wiry gold star. It was gorgeous. Where did you get your little glue bottle? Oh, Terry, Amazon. Just say tiny craft bottles or something like that, and you get like 12 in a bag. They're not expensive either. So what I did is I mixed a bunch of my gold and silver embossing powder, and I sprayed the Christmas tree topper with like a adhesive glue. They are, Christine, these things are tiny. I sprayed it with this adhesive glue, and then I added all my embossing powder on it. My husband thought I was nuts. So I added the embossing powder all over, and then I embossed it. So now I have like a vintagey silver star. I haven't used it in a couple years, but that's definitely my go-to star. It depends on if I'm doing my tree in gold or silver or what. I've been doing my tree in like kind of a farm house with the black and white checkered and that kind of steel. Alright, so now we're putting these ones. These are a little easier because they're all the same color. And so, and a lot of these are flipped up. You could just grab it and move on. Now you could be really picky and you could slide your little ornaments underneath the ribbon. But we're not going to do that for the video. We are just going to stick them on. Okay, see how pretty these ornaments are? Except now I'm realizing that they're all looking like they're in a row straight down the sides. So make sure you don't do that. So I'm going to put one in the middle here. And then one on the side, one on the side, one in the middle. One on the side, side, middle. So I'm just going to kind of open it up a little bit. Let's shake it up a little, get our ornaments. Oops, but you do want your little ornament thing to be pointing upward. So that one looked a little crazy. Oh, thank you, Terry. Thank you very much. I just ordered a bunch too, so I am ready. I love those things. I love everything Stampin' Storage, but I've tried so many different ways to store my stamp sets and my dies. I mean, I've tried everything. And I've tried the, I guess it's Craft Companders, the little magnet booklets. I've tried the vent covers. I've just tried so much stuff. And nothing, I mean, I guess they say, you know, it's worth the money. You get what you pay for. This is by far the best solution I've ever had. I will not change it. There's no reason. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, so I put a little bit too much glue right on this next one. So what I'm going to do is take my handy dandy tool right here, and I'm going to move some over here and put some back because I picked up too much. Alright, almost done. And we can move on to the next part. See how our snowflakes are doing. Okay. So, so cute. I would love a tree like this. Okay. Alright. All right, a few more and we are done. Let me shake this up. We got to get our star on here too. So let's put our glue up there for our star. All right, so back to here. Here's our star. Let's get that on. So pretty. I love the stars. Yeah, there's those set, you know, it seems like whenever I have to fussy cut stuff out, like right now, oof, I'm working on a swap and I am fussy cutting till the cows come home. But I know it's going to be super, super cute. And one of the cards that I did for bingo, which I can't say a lot, but there's fussy cutting, but it's probably my favorite of the ones I did. So I hope you guys are going to like it. All right. Almost done. Now I just got to get the white ones. And this will be easier when you guys don't have to throw all your little things in a bowl. Right? Because I just threw them all in there so I'd have them for the video instead of having to cut them all out because they're so tiny. Alright, I have a lot of glue right here, it seems. So I'm going to take that and wipe it off, and this one. And wipe it off. You don't need very much. Alright, so we have one ornament left here. Oh, Christine, the first bingo was so much fun. We had a blast, and immediately everybody was like, we need to do another one. So I scheduled a Christmas bingo we're going to do. So it'll be this Saturday. It's still open for anybody that wants to participate. Okay, so I'm going to go back and push these down just to kind of make sure they are not going anywhere and they're sticking to the glue. Alright, so we will set that aside. Let those dry just a bit. Alright. Yay, that's done. No, we had a great time. The prizes were good. We had such a wonderful time. It was a lot of fun. Okay, so our sentiment, we're going to use the same one. May the love of the season warm your home and fill your hearts, which I think is just so cute. And I'm going to do it in black. I just like having that pop of black. Let me put my... Now, when you buy these, it comes with a little rubber plug thing to put on top. I suggest a pen because that little rubber thing's just hanging on next to you and flopping on your hand, and it's a pain. So, all right, so let's... This barely fits, so, okay, so again, I'm going to put it on a larger block so I can see it a little bit better. This has glue on it, so I'm going to be careful. I mean, it has ink already, so. There we go. See how you can see now, side to side a little bit better, whereas when your stamp is to the exact side, I just don't like that. I like it to give me a little more space. All right. So there's our sentiment. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. So Saturday it's going to be at 3 o'clock. Uh-oh, lost an ornament. Those are like gold. Don't lose them. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, let's bring this in. Our background, and we're going to bring in our snowflakes. So we've got 3, and you're going to notice that just the tips of the snowflakes, if you just barely pull them back right there, are attached. Okay, so there's your snowflake. That's our green one. And then again, I'm just barely pulling them away. Like so, barely. I'll do this one from behind here. Okay. All right, so there's our second one. So you can see right there, there's just a little teeny tiny bit that you need to pull and get your snowflake out. All right, so there are, now can you see the 3 different colors? Might be a little easier to see. Now you don't want to throw this away because you can still use your white for your little ornament. So I'm going to put that back in over there. Hi Mary, how are you? Debbie, maybe this time you're going to win. Okay, so what I did at this point is, because of the paper, I'm just going to use glue dots and adhere them right on. And I want it to barely go over the edge. I want everybody to be able to see them when I put everything on. You can see them in person, but you are layering up on them quite a bit. So I just kind of do it like that so you can kind of get it. Oh, you know what? This one I think we went higher because we have the tall tree right there. So I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to add another one just to make sure. And I'm going to move this one up like right here. And then this one I'm going to move like right here. Because we're adding things on top of it, so you really don't need to worry about, you know, layering all these little pieces down and everything. All right. So now we're going to put dimensions on our pieces. And we're going to do a little something before we're done with it too. So let's go ahead and put our dimensionals on. We're going to start with this one here. And we just, it doesn't have to be like full because you're going to be kind of layering on top of stuff, right? So this one is going to lay up on top of there right about here, right about here. So I'm not going to go too close. Okay, let's put this on the bottom. We're going to use up our pieces here. We'll put that in the middle. And here we're going to go this side. Because this is, we're going to kind of probably layer a little bit up right there. And then I'm going to put one up close to the top. And I'm definitely going to put a mini just behind the star up there. We got to cut this in half. Let me find my non-ribbon. Okay, Christine, have a good night. Get some rest. All right, we're going to take this little piece here and just put it right up here behind the star and at the tip of the tree. All right, so we'll put that one aside. And now we'll do this one. Oh, this is the one going on the tree, so we're going to move this over here. And then there's that one. And that one. And then that other little piece of the other half of, more like 2/3 of that little piece that we cut. All right. Now, before we do anything else, we're going to add our ribbon. And this ribbon is so pretty. Oh yeah, Deborah, you're gonna win this time. Bye, Jeannie. Okay, so there's sparkles on this side, but this side they're like underneath. So it doesn't really matter because you can see the sparkles from both sides. You can see more sparkles on this side. Okay, so again, we're going to do my bow that I like. And I think I did it right underneath this, so we'll slide it under, but let's do our bow first. I'm going to do a double bow. All right, pay attention, Debbie. All right, so here is, this comes down. We're going to do 1 and 2. I only did a single one, a double one. I just hold that there, and then I pick up the card, and I go around. Just so I know it will go around, okay? And then I leave a little bit of a tail. So I'll probably have a little extra, but that's okay. I'd rather have it than be short and waste my ribbon. So again, we're going to come back and I twist it right here. So I twist so that the pretty part, is that the pretty side? Yeah, goes up, and then twist again, and then twist again. Okay, so you'll see how it's twisted right there, and then go over. Now remember, this is the back side of your bow because you have one tail right here, and then you're going to have another tail. So you cross over and go back under. And now this is where you're going to twist and make sure that your bow goes downward so you have that sparkly side up. Okay? And then, of course, you can always look at my video with bows. Now this one's a little smaller than that one, but I'm alright with that. I just want a pretty double bow. And so I'm going to put it right between the snow and the sky. So I'm going to get a glue dot. And we are going to put it right there. Alright, now we're going to take this, we're going to slide it under the snowflake. Oops. Don't smush my snowflake, even though I know a lot of it's going to be covered up. I'm going to slide it right underneath. Okay, and then go to the back side, and then come back around, and I'm going to go over the top of my bow. I'm going to thread it underneath here. Okay, so I went all the way around, across the top, and I've done this on other videos, so, and then just tug it right there to make it look like your other tail, so you know it's secure instead of just sticking a bow there. Bye, Debbie, no problem, we'll see you later. And then stick your adhesive right inside there, your little glue dot, just an extra one to just secure this, and then we will cut that right about there, and we'll worry about the rest of it. So you've only wasted this much, and if I would have made my bows a little bit bigger, we would have been fine. All right, so now let's stick our, thank you, Bonnie. We're going to stick our first tree in, and it's going to look like it's up the hill just a bit, so we're just going to kind of put it right there. So you're going to see that that adhesive is holding also that snowflake down. Now we're going to go to the larger one. All right, and we're just going to kind of overlap it just a little bit, not a lot, and put that there. And we're going to stop right there for a minute. We're going to take our Whimsical, and you guys are going to laugh, but I pull this in even if it's not all the way used, and I just put a little Whimsical. I just squish it a little, make sure my Whimsical is going, and I'm just going to go over this whole tree because I'm just adding sparkle to the tree. You don't need a whole lot, just kind of put it on there. It just makes the card sparkly and pretty, and you're just adding sparkles. And I'm going to go up, all the way up the tree. Okay, so there is our one tree, nice and sparkly. Okay, so there's our one tree, nice and sparkly. And now, I just stuck my finger in it, but we're going to take this one. It has this, and now you notice we did this one first because we're going to add this one on there now. Okay. Oh, that one's already off. Now this one, I'm going to add some glue. Just right here. And I do use my multi-glue in my little glue holder things there. Okay, so this is poking up just a little bit, so I'm going to take a little mini mini dimensional. If you guys would share my video, I'd really appreciate it. And I'd love it if you guys participate and join us playing bingo. It's so much fun. And if you're not able to, on my Facebook page, under Marcie Designs, there's some flyers and different things about it. If you want to share with others, maybe they're able to. All right, we're going to do Whimsical again, because this is a fancy, fancy whimsical card. So we want all kinds of, I don't ever squeeze this. I squeeze it over here because even then sometimes this drips and gets more silvery looking and, you know, blotchy looking, and I don't want that. I just want the shimmers on it. All right, so then I just kind of go back around the ornaments, make sure everything is sparkly. All right, so there is our sparkle. Now see this? You just take your little baby wipe and there you go. All clean, and who cares if it's a little shimmery anyway, right? Okay, so we have that. Let's get our sentiment. And then we got to do the inside of our card still. Oh, Terry, I love Whimsical. I could put that on everything. Okay, I'm going to put, I don't know why, lately I've been putting a lot of dimensionals. I don't know why. I normally don't, but I guess for Christmas cards, I just figure that they're going to be seen and propped up, and hopefully, okay, I don't want to cover my little star, so I'm going to go up a little more. All right, so there's our card, and I am going to put more dimensionals. Well, Diane, I would love to. An hour from Bakersfield, which way? South? Because I am about 2 hours north, I would guess. About 2, I think. I'd love to have you join us. Join a class. Thank you very much for your compliment. That means a lot. I really love doing what I do. My husband last night was like, he is my #1 supporter. He does support me doing my business, and you know, I promised him I would do videos this time, and because when I said I was joining Stampin' Up! Again, he was like, what? Because I adventured out and did other things, and I said, you know what, Stampin' Up! Is the way to go. I've done everything else, and especially if I want to do it as a business. Well, he listens to a lot of podcasts, right? And he's like, oh no, you need to like ask for support and have people, you know, support your channel and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And he's like, no, but that's what you do. And I'm like, he goes, no, you got to listen. These people are podcast professionals and whatever, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. I love to share what I do. And so that's what I will continue doing. Okay, we are going to stamp this adorable, cute little tree on the inside. So we are just going to put this right here. And I'm not going to do a panel. I want the front to be like the main hurrah. So I'm not going to put a color around it in the background. But what I am going to do is we are going to take, now this little white one is out of that iridescent paper from the snowflakes. So I'm going to put glue on this. So I'm going to add that right here. Yeah, I don't do many classes online. I mean, I've been asked to, so I've done a couple, but not a lot. I just kind of like to share what I do, and I know the whole point is to get customers and build my business, and he's like, but all you have is, you have a lot of demonstrators that watch you. And I'm like, and so I don't care. I like doing what I do. I'm going to do it anyway. So, I mean, yeah, if I can make it a better business, then I'm all for that. That's, of course, what I want to do. But I just like stamping with my friends. All right, so we're going to put this on here. So cute. And I'm going to squish it down just a little bit. And just a little bit here. Okay, so there's, it's a little bit of a, you know, you got to take it and kind of, when you're gluing it, just kind of wiggle it into the spot where you want it. And then we're going to bring back in our little jar of fun. And we're going to add our little star. We got to have a star. And I'm going to go just above the tree because I want it to be as flat as it can on the inside. And I just, that little white ribbon's going to go right down towards the bottom of that, of the tree. And then make sure you take your tool and kind of straighten it up, get it where you want it. And there you go. So there's our cute tree. Now the one thing I wanted to do differently to change up this card, oh, you are not going to believe what I just did. I moved all my ornaments and the jar slushed and yep, they're all over my desk, but that's okay. That's all right. Okay, so you guys, I showed you. Oh, let's put this in first before I move on to something I thought we would switch up a little bit. I can't believe I have ornaments everywhere. All right, so we're going to put this in. All right, so we just have that cute little tree with the little iridescent and the sparkle from that, okay? And now I want to, and I'm not sure if we're going to have a lot of space to do this, but we're going to do something. So I cut out these packages from that paper. So the other side was the green and the pink holly berries, but I thought how cute would this be to just like add a couple of packages, not a lot, maybe I'll put a tall one there. Let's see, let's put a tall package right there. We're just gonna have fun with this. I know, Bonnie, it just went all over. Okay, I'm going to put this one flat down because I want to put another little one on top. So we're just going to kind of stick this. Now that it's on my card base, I know how far out we can kind of stick our little packages. So I'm just going to stick that one down. And then I really like this cute little green striped one. So I'm going to add dimensionals to this because we're just kind of winging this right now. What did I, oh. So let's, I'm going to put them off to the right. Yeah, I think that's all we need. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. And I'm just going to slide that right in here. Just kind of, it'll still fit in the envelope, right? And then there's a lot of pink on the card. So we did the stripes. Let's do these cute little, this little package over here maybe. I want a third one over here, I think, but I have to see about some, I have an idea. So we're just going to add these. And I'm going to add a little dimensional here. I think I need another little one on the top, because I don't care that it pops out a little bit over the tree because it's a package, right? So there's a package there. And I want to do one at the bottom. Kind of, no, I don't like that. But what I am going to do, let me show you. Ooh, I like this one. This pink one. All right, so what we're going to do, because we don't have a lot of space to pop that up. I mean, we could. Oh, that looks okay like that, huh? Maybe we'll pop that up. let's do that one. So we will add, I'm going to do the little dimensionals. We're just kind of winging it now. But I thought adding packages is kind of cute. And we'll look at the difference, and then you guys can tell me what you like. I'm just going to put one right in the middle just to pop it up a little bit because they are our presents, right? I want to layer it up right there. And that's 4, so I feel like I needed another one. So we are going to take this blue one. We're going to take this blue one right here. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to make it shorter. So I'm going to cut right where the pink ribbon's at. And I'm going to go above. Kind of like the bows on top. Okay, so we're just going to kind of do this. Ta-da! Oh wait, I need to take the blue off because you can definitely see the blue. So let's do that. That way it just kind of looks like a smaller package than what it really is. And I'm going to go like this and like that. And we're just going to layer that up too, because why not? I'm going to put a little dimensional on the bottom so it sneaks in under the tree there. All right, here we go. Right there, right here. I think I'm just going to do it right there. All right, so there is our tree with the packages, our tree without the packages. I do like the packages too. Now I think I'm going to have to add some over there. So I love the embossing folder in the background. I think it really just kind of makes this whole whimsical thing kind of tie together. I don't know if Stephanie and Olivia are on here, but they can tell you I really do love to decorate my tree. And my bows are the same bows that I put on on like this. I buy the wire ribbon from Costco, and that is usually how my bows are made. Yeah, I love it. So I'm going to leave these out because I'm going to add packages to that. I did not think, well, I did that some time ago, and I just cut all my little packages out. So I thought that was a lot of fun. Let me move this up just a little bit. There we go. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad you guys had a lot of fun. I really do appreciate you guys watching all the time. It really does mean a lot. I appreciate it so much. Well, thank you so much. And so now what's next? We have bingo on Saturday. You are welcome, Mary. Thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you guys will participate. It's going to be a lot of fun. We already have more people than we did last time, so that's good. I don't have a huge following like a lot of people do that do bingo. And so your chances of winning are really good. So hopefully we'll just keep building it up more and more because it's such a fun, I want to say night, but it's starting at 3 o'clock on Saturday, so we can have the East Coast people not falling asleep. We don't want anybody having to stay up any later than you have to. But it is a Saturday, so that works out nice too. You are welcome, Kathy and Bonnie. Thank you so much. So again, bingo is this weekend, so take a look at my blog under events, and there is a link down below in the description, and you can just click on it and read a little bit about it and see if that's something for you. What we will do is we will create 4 projects, and I will send you the projects, the kits, and so you will be able to go back to the video and reference. I'll put a timestamp down below, and you can just click on it and it'll take you to card number 1. When you're done with that, click on the next link. It'll take you to card number 2. So you can bypass all of our chatter for bingo that we, were able to chat with. And then you'll have to add your 5 numbers in on the registration form, And then those are the numbers that you need to get bingo. It's super simple. You just type in a B. If I call your first number, a number that you choose, and then have BI ready to go. And when I call your second number, just hit enter, and so on, and be ready to hit bingo right away. And then you win a prize. So I have 4 prizes to give away. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that with you. And then also I have a paper share. At the beginning of this video, I did show the different papers that will be included. They're going to be all the 9 new packages that are in the mini catalog. And I will be dividing those up in 4s. So your paper will become 6 by 6. And then that way you get a little bit of everything. And then don't forget, on the reverse side of the papers are really good neutral papers that are good for any crafting. It doesn't necessarily go with that suite or bundle. So I hope that you'll participate in that too. It'll be a lot of fun. Also, I am giving away a free gift for any orders from today to the end of the month that is $50 or more. You need to use my host code unless your order is over $150. If it is over $150, then please do not use my host code, but you will still get a free gift along with your thank you card for July. So that is what I have to share with you today. I'm looking at my list quickly. That is it. So I will be working on a card for Sunday, and I will see you then. You guys have a great rest of your week. See you soon. Bye.